The rent is too damn high. The rent is too damn high.
I represent the rent is too damn high party.
It's because of inflation. Don't say inflation. It's not inflation. It's greedy landlords. Rent increases have outpaced inflation. Rents rose 14%, which is much higher than the overall inflation rate of 9.1% year over year calculated back in June. It is worse than that in some cities.
Rent is too damn high.
In some cities, it is much worse, up to 30%.
Rent is too damn high.
The Fed raising interest rates doesn't help. That means it's going to be more expensive for people to take out mortgages with the higher interest rates, and that's going to drive would-be buyers into the rental market, further driving up rents. So how are home prices going up if people can't even buy them? Investors bought 24% of single-family homes nationwide last year, and this is up from 15 to 16% annually going back to 2012. So what if you can't afford to rent, you can't afford a house, and you can't afford moving costs? Over the past few months, homeless shelters are reporting wait lists have doubled and tripled in size. So what do we do about the landlords? People have a lot of ideas about that, but the bottom line is we need a public option for housing. We need rent stabilization, and we need to prevent the sale of any homes for people using it as a way to flip them and make money, as an investment property to turn it into a rental. So if housing costs are so high, how are we on this really nice porch in a suburban neighborhood? Because this is a stock photo.
Rent is too damn high, and there's nothing else to talk about. Rent is too damn high.
He ain't lying.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. In case you haven't heard, the rent is too damn high. Regardless of where you may find yourself on God's green earth, we all seem to be going through the same or similar experiences when it comes to rent being far too high, excessive, exploitative even. It feels like we're being squeezed for everything that we've got. In this video, we'll be taking a look at where around the world this phenomenon has taken root. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into it.
My rent just went from $1,360 to $3,900 a month. Also, I'm sick. Happy spring equinox.
You want to know what's funny, right? The average cost of rent rose up from $2,000 to $3,000, right? And if you're supposed to make 3 times the amount of your rent in order to qualify to be able to rent a place, that means you had to make $9,000 a month, meaning you had to make over $90,000 a year, right? Come here. That means even if you were to make $25 an hour at your job, you still would not be able to afford to stay at a place by yourself. And people are saying, oh, we'll just get a roommate. Nobody likes roommates, and you can't even rely on the roommate to either come up with their half of the rent, and if anything, they're more of a liability. Putting their name on the lease is even more stressful. And notice how we're just talking about renting. We're not talking about getting a house, because virtually that's just impossible at this point. So yes, none of this is fun. Being an adult isn't fun.
Listen up, big fella. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but the longer people stay in the rental market saving up for a deposit for their first home, the more crowded the rental market becomes as we all start competing with one another for decent, livable spaces. Prices go up, and we end up in this weird housing inflation loop where it takes longer to save for a home because you have less money to put away for savings. All the while, your wages haven't increased in forever, and that's only if you're lucky enough to have a wage, if AI hasn't already taken your job.
I am convinced that the world is slowly running out of empathy, because I just saw a post about people who are living in Toronto, Vancouver, Sydney, and they are struggling because rent is so freaking high. Like, it's so expensive to live there. And the comments, jeez. There was a comment that was like, if this is your only issue with your life, you are so privileged. And I was like, did you not read the post? They are literally struggling to make rent. They may not have a roof over their head. There was also another comment that was like, just leave then. Nobody wants you.
What? £1,000 a month to live in a hallway in southeast London, you have got to be having a laugh. Just found this studio flat and it's going for £1,000 per month, but wait until you see where the landlord has placed the bed. This flat is so small, you've got these 2 chairs and this random unit here under the stairs. Next to that, you've got the kitchen, if you can even call it that, but wait until you see the bed. I'm sorry, but this is absolutely atrocious. There is no way this is legal. These landlords are taking the absolute piss. How have they put the bed there and called it a bedroom? I don't laugh, I will cry. I genuinely cannot believe the landlord is charging £1,000 to live in a hallway. Well, look, there's got to be stricter measures in place to prevent the landlords from doing this sort of stuff, because even in the actual caption it says bedroom area. Sad thing about this situation is some person will actually pay this £1,000 a month to live in Catford, southeast London, in a hallway. Safe to say that you could not even pay me £1,000 a month to live in this property. Imagine going on a date and bringing someone back and this is your bedroom. I'm pretty sure they would run out and start crying. Also, imagine going home drunk and trying to manoeuvre your way past this banister. You would probably fall down the stairs. This is literally a death trap.
It's always crazy to me whenever I convert foreign rental prices into my own currency and compare it to what's available here. £1,000 would have you living like a king. Big baller, shot caller, big pimpin'. You could afford everything. I almost find myself feeling sorry for the people living in those conditions, but then I remember I'm the one living in a third world country.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
How much do you guys pay a month for rent in Cape Town?
We pay 8.5 for a 2-bedroom. Yeah.
You live together?
Yeah.
How much do you pay for rent in Cape Town?
16,500 rand for a 3-bedroom house.
How much do you guys pay for rent in Sea Point?
19 grand.
Okay. Is that
20?
Is that for one room?
No, that's 2 rooms.
Okay.
And we do live like right across the prom.
9,000. But it's an MPC apartment, so you need to furniture everything. So that's why the price. But if you found a place with everything, you're gonna pay like 20,000.
How much rent do you pay per month?
So I pay 3,750.
Wow.
It's a 1-bedroom, but it's like an open floor studio apartment.
Nice.
And I stay with my partner, and they also pay the same amount. So in total, it's 7,500.
7.5. Okay. And how much does he pay for rent?
I mean, he and my son pays the same price.
Yo, what's up, guys? So I am in the hunt for a new place to stay in Cape Town. And I must say, it's probably the most frustrating thing. As an adult, we already have to decide what we're cooking each and every day. And I'm just finding it so weird. Firstly, the property market in Cape Town is so expensive. Then you've got rentals that are the size of a matchbox, and people are asking half your salary. There's also 2 times rental for deposit. And then I find the most amazing place and it has no stove. And I'm like, like, Cape Town, what's going on? Like, do we need rental control?
For those that don't know, the city of Cape Town has been voted best city by some travel survey organization for something ridiculous, like 8 years in a row. That highly coveted notoriety has come with some unintended consequences, chief of which are rising house and rental prices. According to Stats SA, property prices in the city of Cape Town have risen by over 50%, while the rest of the country have risen by a more palatable 20% over the same 5-year period. So you can only imagine what that's doing to people's disposable income.
The Australian dream is dead. The unit I rented as a broke fucking uni student for $550 a week, split between me and my best friend, for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car park building in the city, didn't have great amenities. Doesn't matter, I'm a uni student, and it was just a nice place to live with my best friend during uni. And I was a broke fucking uni student who worked casual, and I could afford that apartment. Now, that exact same apartment is $850 a week. And it's no longer furnished, so you're literally paying more for less. As a full-time worker who also works a second casual job on the weekends, I cannot afford the same apartment I had as a broke uni student 3-4 years ago.
Right. I think we've wallowed enough in our own self-pity. So next, we're going to make a Far East movement to the Orient and see how much these American expats are living it up in China.
This is our $1,200 a month penthouse here in China. This place has crazy features before entering the unit, such as a key fob entrance, face scan to enter your building, and we even have a private elevator that takes us right up to our front door. Can you believe it? To enter our unit, all you have to do is place your thumb on the door handle and it reads your fingerprint, and then voila. Our penthouse consists of 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. We're only 2 people, so of course we're going to be turning the other bedrooms into an office, a content room, and maybe a movie theater, depending on how we feel. The living room is very spacious, and to be honest, this is what sold us when searching for the perfect penthouse. I mean, look at all of this room. The next thing that sold us was the kitchen. If you don't know, your boy MJ is a chef, so I like to throw down in the kitchen. So once I saw how much room the kitchen had, my mind was already made up. And yes, it came furnished 100%, meaning we didn't have to purchase any of the furniture items that you see. All we had to do was pay and move in the same day. This penthouse also came with heated floors, washer and dryer, a refrigerator, and it even comes with a digital tablet that controls the elevator to let some of your guests up and down, and you can even see what's going on around the property thanks to the security cameras. It doesn't get any better than this for $1,200 a month. What can $1,200 get you a month in your country? And for all of the people that don't think this is really our place, watch this.
Don't let the guy paying £1,000 to sleep in a walkway see that.
What did he say?
Whatever they're doing in China, they're doing it right. Somehow I find myself wishing they could add a bit of that made in China good life to the next batch of exports once the tariff wars come to an end. Anyway, guys, that's it from me for today. Let me know what your rent's like in your part of the world. How much are you paying? How much has it gone up by? Has rent started to slip away from you? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, hit the like button because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button because I'm still trying to run these numbers up and get to my goal of 1,000 subs. Thanks for watching. Peace.